Hello everyone, this is Pavitra from Penetration Computer Solutions Global Pvt Limited. Hope you guys are doing well, right? A very good evening to all of you. Guys, I have made so many videos to give you that idea about life, about career, how you can write down one professionalism, what are the things you need to do in an HR interview, how you can prove yourself in an organization, what kind of decorum you need to follow to work in an organization. So I've tried to provide you the best knowledge as per my knowledge. So in my today's session, I'm going to talk about something that is very interesting as well as informative also. That is how to speak English fluently in a job interview. So guys, we all know that English is very essential or very crucial thing when we are going to get a job, because each and every company, we used to give the interviews in English. So the fluency is very important at the time of interview. So this is the thing you need to practice it before giving the interview. So how you can prepare yourself for an interview and how you can speak fluently in an interview. In my today's session, I'm going to describe about it. So how to speak English fluently in interviews. You won't be able to learn basic English in a day. You should start getting ready for interviews a long time before they happen. Okay, so you will need more time to learn how to talk quickly to improve your interview skills. It's good idea to read articles, books, and magazines on topics that interest you, and you will make a good impression on your interviewer if you know about the latest products and terms, which will also improve your chance of being hired. So, reading and its impact on your English level. How can I improve my English so that I can get a job? Reading will help you expand your vocabulary, making it easier to converse about work-related topics. And then there are the facts that you should broaden your knowledge of different genres by reading magazines, comic books, and blogs to get better understanding of how the language is spoken. Interacting with others can help you, or having them critique your work is essential. Among other things, as an alternative to practicing with a friend, you can record yourself speaking on. You can record a video and review it later, so that you can see what you didn't like. You can also combine the 2 points and record a video of yourself reciting the text you have read. By studying the expressions, you will have no trouble passing your interview. It's best to make the flashcards of any new vocabulary you learn from a book or magazine, that to simplify, jot it down. Okay, that will help you make it simple and quick for you to pick up all the new vocabulary and idiom you will need for your English job interview. So the next thing you can do, that is listen listening the comprehension. Listen to your audio recording, podcasts, and movies in English. As previously mentioned, to make things easier, you can turn on subtitles at the beginning. You may be wondering what is the advantages of this procedure are. Listening to people who speak English will help you learn the correct pronunciation of words, and you won't even notice how quickly you begin to pronounce the words correctly after hearing the correct pronunciation. Okay. If you are not a fan of podcasts, you may want to give audiobook a try. Make sure it isn't too difficult for you to understand. Okay. And keep an ear to the ground at all times to navigate and recognize words with ease. You will need to get familiar with the English sound system. So, the importance of English grammar. Okay, how should one communicate in English during a job interview? Remember to use both the present and the past tense when speaking in English. This is something that will be taken into consideration throughout the interview, as it is quite significant. After all, the whole session or the whole reason of engaging with the business is contingent on using their services in some way. It is in your best interest to begin repeating at least a week before the day on which you are scheduled to have an interview so that you have enough time to finish learning the material. See another video in which they can clarify something to you and practice on that day. You didn't learn anything new. All you did was repeat everything in an even simple and accurate manner. Do not do not forget to write down the traditional words. Okay, so that is that. For an example, I'm giving you that word that is after, afterward, at last, before, currently, during, earlier, immediately, later, meanwhile, now, recently, simultaneously, subsequently, then. For example, for instance, namely, specifically, to illustrate, accordingly, consequently, so, therefore, and thus. You are going to rely heavily on them during the English interview because they allow your words to flow more smoothly and provide depth to what you say. You can utilize them even when there is a pause in the conversation to ensure that there is no awkward quiet. Okay. So do not write an outline for your story. After going to such great lengths to prepare, we strongly advise against writing out a conversation plan for yourself. Why? Because nothing ever goes accordingly to plan, and you are going to be baffled when you realize this during the actual interview itself. When you just show up and start a lively conversation, you will find that you are better able to focus on the topic of the conversation itself. Think more about your movement and maintain control over your feelings. You can simplify, prepare some kind of cheat sheet with the vocabulary that you need to talk about your previous work experience. But there shouldn't be any more than that. Okay. In addition, it is strongly recommended that you do not use any notepads at all that contain hints, as the employer will also be paying attention to this detail, guys. So the tell important information to the interviewer at the beginning. Immediately begin by providing your interviewer with the essential background information they require. In order for him to recognize your initiative, keep it in mind that in addition to what is already written in your CV, you will need to include additional information and be more specific. You should get yourself somewhat ready and start by familiarizing yourself with the details or of the firm and the position for which you are applying, in order for you to have a better understanding of what questions to respond to, and so that the interviewer can see that you are interested in the position. It is best to write a short story about your motivation and goals well ahead of time. This is the evidence that will establish your interest in working at the company. You are able to discuss the reasons why you are interested in this particular opening, as well as the plan that you have for your professional advancement. So, speaking speed. How can one speak English with fluency and self-assurance? Please slow down your rate of speech. It is important that you speak at a slightly slower pace than you would in everyday life. Why is it necessary to do this? Everything is very straightforward, which means you will have more time to consider how to construct a sentence in a manner that is more accurate and error free. So you will also feel more confident and skilled. And if you use keywords that are important to your job, the employer will choose you over another candidate and give you the job. You should attempt to think in English. For instance, while you are walking down the street, you may scroll through a mental list in English of what you see around you. Okay, what the names of things are and attempt to describe them. The next process or next trick is use a mirror for practice. Perform this drill as often as you can. Stand in front of the mirror and begin telling yourself in reflection a sample text about yourself and your experience working in English. Then move on to the next step. Be aware of the gestures you make and the expressions that appear on your face at this very moment. Repeat this for a few minutes, and even if you pause or forget something, phrases or words, make an effort to continue speaking and think of something to say in its place. This is excellent practice for controlling your English and learning how to put everything together, including facial expressions and body movements also. So, correctness of sentences. How should one speak English during an interview? Your voice will sound more assured if you first find a way to calm yourself down and normalize the rhythm of your breathing. This will also help you avoid taking a series of rapid, shallow breaths, which will prevent you from effectively considering the implication of what you are saying. Put your worries to rest. Also, if you forget something such as a phrase or when speaking English, it is best to retain for saying it. You can pause for a moment and to take a small sip of water or simply take a deep breath to refresh your memory. Give some examples. Always be sure to back up and claim your make to your employer with examples. If you are talking about your job, for instance, please be more specific about the training you have received in this area. When you are in a situation like this, you should use a lot of professional words. This will help you talk faster and with more confidence. This comes just in time for the question of how to speak fluently and confidently during an interview. So, as such, take note. So, how to these are the things how to talk in English or how to be prepared for an interview to speak in English. So, guys, if you wanted to be fluent in English, kindly do all those things and prepare yourself for the interview. In PCS Global, we are providing the training in Java DevOps. We are providing the training in Salesforce. We are providing the training in data science, Python, AI, mean and MERN technology as well. So if you are a candidate who wanted to see yourself as a IT professional and you don't know from where to start, we are here to help you. More than 2,000 people have started their career through PCS Global, and right now more than 1,100 plus people are working in several companies very successfully. So if you are a candidate who wanted to see yourself in that place, we are here to help you. Our EILP process is already going on. Our CILP process is already going on. If you wanted to know about what is EILP process, what is CILP process, kindly call in our provided numbers and get the details about all this process. And be prepared for the next phase of your life, because only success can give you a peaceful life. So prepare yourself, be successful, and make a proper professional life. So, guys, if our working sessions are also going on, if you wanted to visit our centers, you can go for Bangalore. And in Bangalore, we are located in Marathali Mahadevpura. So you can go over there and you can attend the working sessions as well. And after having all those interview process, when you got selected by PCS Global, you will get the joining letter and all required documents of offer letter and all those things to start your career to PCS Global. There are several projects that are going on in PCS Global. So how to join it, how you can start your career to PCS Global, why people are joining in PCS Global. As you can see, the videos of our associates who has just joined and who got promoted to our another process. So how these all those things are going on, if you wanted to know, kindly connect with us and get the best from our side. So this is for now, guys. Bye for now. And kindly visit our website, kindly go through our LinkedIn profiles, visit our YouTube videos. Kindly subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, and do comment below. So, bye for now.